My child can do no wrong stories, according to Reddit. Number 15. I taught at a school in a mega affluent community. Colossally wealthy families that lived in castles. Very powerful, very influential people. Most of the kids were lovely, but there were these shits. And some were just downright unbelievable. It wasn't the kid's fault, mind you. You were just spoiled to the point of being devoid of common sense and reality. One particular boy, who we'll refer to as Francis, had basically given up on school. He knew he was set for life and put zero effort into anything. Well, at one point his grades were so poor that his parents, completely aloof and dependent upon Francis' team of all pals, proposed buying him passing grades so that Francis could just move on to the next grade. It's essentially how it works in the real world, baby. You got enough money, bing bang boom. You know what I'm talking about? The principal told me that during their meeting, the dad pulled out a checkbook and asked for an amount. Lots of Francis stories. All we need to know is that, unfortunately, Francis passed. Okay. Why is Egg Yolks asking about Little Caesars? You better put your money where your mouth is, girl, and give me that $5 so I can go to Little Caesars. You see the Streamlabs link down there. Date bio. $5 hot and ready. This stream is not sponsored by Little Caesars. And a hello to Gabby, Linda, and everybody else. I love you. Thank you for being here. Let's continue. Number 14. If I can get to it. Not a teacher, but in the mold. I have two sons, 18 months apart. When they were about 8 and 9 years old, maybe a little older, I took them to the Lego store, where they wanted to spend their allowance. They each had a pot of money to spend, and they carefully looked at all of the sets that they had been eyeballing for some time. But then, they got together and decided that if they pooled their money, they could get one big set, and each of them could build parts of it and then have it as a joint toy. Intriguing. They sat there and figured out how much they had, and they were about $12 short. I told them not to worry. Oh my God. It's still the lightning bolt.
Pizza for you.
Well, thank you, Amanda. I appreciate that super chat. Super chat that will not be available to me until I get that paycheck. That's like the responsible way to donate, where like I don't have immediate access to it, so I can't just go all willy-nilly with it, Thank you, Amanda. Pretty hot shit, You weren't even the one to mention the Little Caesars, but you know what? I'm sure that when Egg Yolks is just eating that pizza from the middle outward. Well, damn, Jacob. I appreciate it. You truly are obsidian, unbreakable, unless we use the right pickaxe for longer than we would want to devote to such a mundane and ridiculous activity. Just kidding. Minecraft knows that if we're in, boy. It's got us for the long haul. A really silly joke for people who may be trying to play Minecraft. You heard me. You middle of the pizza outward eater. Why you eat in the middle of the pizza first? It's weird, okay? I'm kidding. I just want to make somebody think too hard about like what I do, if I could make one person go, what does this guy eat from the crust? Whoa. See, my Roku TV is throwing up like an advertisement. And I think that's Jon Favreau in that movie. Chef movie. Because Jon Favreau's got a very specific looking head. Robert Downey Jr.'s in the movie too? Man, him and Jon Favreau are just, and he directs it. So my man's in the movie and he directs it. Scarlett Johansson's in the movie too. When did this come out? When did this movie come out? 2014. That's well after the first Iron Man. Maybe well after the second too. So that's interesting. Forgive me for screwing up the chat for so long. I just wanted to get my ducks in there. Get my ducks in a row, you could say. That's why they pay me the $5 bucks. You know what I'm talking about? Just kidding. Jacob, love you. Amanda, appreciate you. As we continue with this list, you know, these kids pooled their money together and they realized they were $12 short, and their mom was all like, don't worry about it. I told them that I was so proud that they were wisely spending their money and working together so smartly that I would pick up the additional leftover amount. As we were talking, we saw a friend of theirs. He was there with his mother. He walked up and said, hello. And in his hands was a Lego Death Star, which, if I recall, was around $600. And oh my God, was he bragging about it. His mom came over and we were chatting in front of the boys, and she said something like, well, he really wants it, and he emptied the dishwasher last night, so he gets a little reward. We said our goodbyes and made our way to the counter, and as soon as they left, my youngest son looked at his brother and then looked at me and said, he's a spoiled douchebag. Well, as long as these kids understand the way of the world. Star Wars sucks anyway, you know? You guys had your window to enjoy Star Wars before it got ruined by Mary Sue. May the Force be with who? Number 13, all right? Like the video, okay? Hello, Pepe. I hope you're doing well. Raphael says, Kyle, that's before Avengers Age of Ultron. But not before Iron Man 2, which is, I think, when Black Widow slides her fine ass in there. You know what I mean? It's really ridiculous. We did not need a Captain Marvel movie, and they waited until after to give us a Black Widow movie. That's sad, because I don't care anymore, you know? I wish them all the success, though. Seraphim Bear says, Kyle, why do people want awards for the simplest thing? I have no idea, and it really gets on my nerves because it's just like, you really need to accomplish something before you demand an award. So anyway, guys, I'd like you to vote for me for Best Guy on this channel award, you know? All I need is like one vote, and then I win. So anybody want to submit that? I appreciate it, and there you go. J-Town says, Chef is a great movie, Kyle. They also did a spin-off TV show on Netflix. Intriguing. Didn't know that. The Inquisition says, Kyle, because I can't donate, here is some duck love. Wow. I like to think my ducks in a row were better, though. It's not a competition, though, you know? Wow, Mr. E Gamer has just submitted his vote. Kyle number 1. Tell China, please. China needs to know, so that everything can be in order, all right? Number 13 on this list. I work for the school age room in a child daycare. Daycare? You all right there? Doesn't even say daycare. You put day in front of care when it wasn't there. Wasn't there. So, I worked for the school age room in a child daycare center. My youngest kiddo was 5 and 11 to 12. Was supposed to be the max age in that room. The center director had a 14-year-old who was bored at home, so she would bring her... The center director had a 14-year-old who was bored at home, so she would bring her in and have her help, but instead she ran a pack of mean girls who were constantly defying my instructions and picking on the younger kids. She'd go in and out of the room whenever she felt like it, and when I brought it up to the director as a problem, she would say, are you saying that my child is the problem? I've told her... Wait. Yeah, I was just making sure that they didn't forget to put the end parentheses. People do that sometimes. Forgive me. Are you saying that my child is the problem? I've told her that.
She should be helping you, and she tells me about how helpful she is and that she is constantly doing things for you. How can you complain about her?
No. She's not doing those things. Your 14-year-old is manipulating you like 14-year-olds do. 14 years old. About 4 years too old for the good stuff. Wait, too young? Oh, no. FBI, open up. Okay, so what? Look, older, younger. What's the difference? I'm kidding. All right, number 12. Here we are. Chef the movie, apparently. Okay. If she's old enough to spell, she's too old for Kyle. That's one of my favorite lyrics, you know? You gotta miss the John Jumbo days. Okay? Dia said who? Yes. Yes, Dia's too young, you know? Dia's never heard of Blockbuster. And that's what matters.
No, I grew up with the Blockbuster, you jerk.
Okay.
I'd see people.
Oh, yeah.
Mama Sile and Poppy Dia have my vote any day of the year. Also, what alcohol do you recommend me to get for my birthday tomorrow?
Hey, honestly, if you want an alcohol that does the job, the only one that this Jamaican can recommend is Ray and Nephew Overproof White Rum, homie.
Look, they're trying to take it easy, probably.
If you're on my Snapchat, CYAEL, I'll take a picture of it after the stream and throw it up on my story, my dude. So you know exactly what one I'm talking about. Or message me in the Discord, and I'll send you a picture of it directly. It is white rum. I guess I could Google it right now. I keep forgetting we're on the internet. Ray and Nephew white rum. Depending on your size, my dude. Depending on your size. Bruh, 4 shots. 4 shots. I'm not playing. 4 shots. Depending on your size, 3 shots, dude. Y'all are little kids, you know? You're little twiggy men. 3 shots. That's it. Give it a minute. Eat yourself a muffin, you know? I'm a cupcake man myself, but something about you guys. You rub me like a muffin. You rub me like a muffin. Number 12, high school teacher here, and I happen to teach international baccalaureate classes. Basically, it's kind of like AP classes in the US, but towards an internationally recognized diploma program instead. Anyway, my students had an assessment that they needed to submit for their diploma. We had been working on it for months, editing, revising, etc. And this one student, we'll call him Mark, never submitted anything throughout all of these months. How can you be an IB and get away with not submitting things, dude? They should be riding you like a jockey. I had sent countless emails home to his counselor with very little response. Mark assured me, however, that he would have it done before the final submission date. On the day of the final submission, however, I get an email from him informing me that he will not be coming to school because his dog broke both of its front paws and would need to. He was going to use his dog as an excuse, oh no, and would need to be taken care of whilst his parents were at work. He attached a photo of a Yorkie in leg braces because he said he knew I would be suspicious. Knowing that this was 100% BS, I googled Yorkie in leg braces, and lo and behold, it was the second photo that came up. Bruh, I thought my dude was in the picture. He just took a straight up picture off of Google, didn't bother going past the first page maybe? Yo, what a Mark ass trick. What a trick ass Mark. Oh my gosh. So it belonged to an animal orthopedic website. Fortunately, his mother happened to be in the building that day for some other meeting, and I was able to track her down. I explained the situation. I showed her the email, and her response, "Oh my goodness, that does look like our dog. I need to go right away and check on him." Lady, it's not your dog. Okay, later, it's not your dog. Guys, sometimes I just get down, you know, thinking about how people don't like the video. But then you like the video, and then I go, oh, you know, oh, okay, you know, the world's not such a dark place. Pepe says, Kyle, I'm a little chaparrito, but I can hold my alcohol. I can drink whiskey like water.
Oh wow, he's kind of short. He's 5'4", so he's 4 inches. He got 4 inches on me.
You're 5'4", huh? But that's not like Bagel Man short. You guys know Bagel Guy. He's not. He's got to be like. Wasn't he shorter than you?
I thought he was as tall as me. I thought he was 5 feet.
If he's 5 feet, that's sad, boy. That's like 2 heads on a normal dude, you know? A normal man is about 2 heads above a 5-foot person. That's fucked up. How tall are you, Kyle? Exactly 6 fizzle, baby.
Actually, we don't know, but you're probably 6 or taller.
Why do you say you don't know? Because I used to be 5'11", but I know I'm past that now.
That's what I mean. Like you could be 6 foot or more.
I doubt more, girl. Well, let's head out to a what they call it. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Well, I could be a little over 6 feet, but I doubt it. You know, we could take our ass to a gas station, you know, and be like, "Hey guys, we just want to use this measuring meter." Okay, I dare you to be more suspicious. Why does that have to be what the guy that works at the gas station sounds like, Kyle? See, I didn't say that he worked there. It could just be some other dude that's there trying to get some, like, I don't know, single Hot Pockets and other variety snacks that they have at a gas station. Oh my God. Oh my God. The Inquisition says, Kyle, I'm 5'1", and Stripe says she's 5'11". You are not.
No, she's saying you are.
No, I'm not with your ugly ass. Got a name like Striped Piss in here, and she always out here on that bullshit.
Exact otaku. 5'0". I am a tiny human being.
Okay. Sorry. Let me continue this list. Okay. Big pee time is go. I'm going to destroy the remainder of this list with little to no interruptions. Brace yourselves, because we may not, if you blink, you're gonna miss it. Number 11. While I've never been a traditional teacher, I did give swimming lessons for a short time while in high school. Most of my students were very appreciative of how I conducted my classes, but there was one woman who seemed utterly convinced that I was doing her child a disservice. The boy in question was afraid of putting his head beneath the water, which is a common enough problem, so we had been slowly working through various ways of helping him overcome that fear. Unfortunately, every single time that his mother was nearby, she would scream about how I had no right to force her son to do anything, after which she would loudly address him as though nobody else was in earshot. Are you okay, honey? She would ask. You remember Mommy said, right? You do not listen to that man. You are perfect, and you do not let anyone tell you otherwise, okay? Tell me that you hear me. The poor kid would mutter his acknowledgments. Oh my God. Then he would sulk near the edge of the pool until his mother finally left. This is like a helicopter mom story now. Jesus. It's like both of them in one. Oof. The good news is that the woman would almost always disappear not long after dropping off her son, leaving me to start undoing the damage. I'd like to think that I still had a positive effect on the boy's life, but something tells me that someone had mistaken swimming lessons for a particularly wet babysitting service. It's becoming really sad. You know what I mean? That we're seeing an iteration in any list with children of a bad parent that's just leaving their kid somewhere as if they think it's a daycare service. Because we saw this just last night with the Chuck E. Cheese stories. Did we read the Chuck E. Cheese stories last night? Let me double check. Tonight is My Child Can Do No Wrong stories. Yesterday was Worst First Dates. Uh-oh. Well, at least there were no kids involved in the worst dates. Yeah, there were. There were these two 15-year-old kids who were trying to have a gay date, and then the mom showed up and was like, "You ain't living in my house if you gonna be gay as hell." And the kid was like, "No, ma'am." And it was so awkward for the other kid that he just called his parents. I was messed up. That's so sad. Seraphin Bear says the night before, yeah, you guys are right. I'm glad that you guys are so, so prompt. so capable. You guys are so here, so present. Wow. I'm gonna have to give you guys grades on your attendance because you're all doing so well. What if it isn't my man, the savior, Jorge? My God. My God. What if I've been pronouncing Jorge wrong and it's George? I hope he corrects me.
Because it's Spanish.
I hope he corrects me with the whip. Not because I like that. God, I was watching the episode of this show, and then the girl just started sucking this dude's toes, and I was like, I wasn't ready for that. And then the show was like, oh, you didn't like that? What if we did it again? And I was like, come on. What is this, some kind of toe-shucking variety hour? Number 10. I was a TA in a kindergarten classroom that reminded this little kid... Okay. Why couldn't you have just said 5-year-old little boy?
Maybe because that would have been too long.
I don't like that. I've never, I'm 5 years old and male. I get it. Whatever. I was a teacher's assistant in kindergarten and had reminded this 5-year-old little boy, 5-year-old male. Doesn't sound weird to you? Hey, 4-year-old female. What the fuck? Yo. In April, about the rule that we have where you can only have healthy snacks at snack time. Ugh. He started whining and crying about how his mom lets him have cookies whenever he wants. Anyway, the teacher steps in and mentions that he has a delicious looking apple in his lunch bag. He then gets up, throws a chair, and begins to flip tables and tear the classroom apart while telling the teacher his mom is going to bring a gun and shoot her. America! Sorry, not cool. At this moment, okay, at the moment that the threat was issued, we bring in the principal. She gets there, begins an effort to talk to the student and talk them down, but to no avail. He's just going on about how his mom has a gun, will shoot everybody in the class. Oh my God, we gotta call the police. And then the kid says that if we call the police that she'll shoot them too. Oh my God. The mom is then called, no answer of course. So we send this kid with the principal and go about our day. After school is over, the teacher, principal, and I start putting together an email to the parent. The kid was in after-school care, so we couldn't have a chat after school. We just hit the major points of defiance and handling his anger in a more positive manner. I get to school the next day, and the teacher shows me the response. The first line read,
"Why didn't you just let him have his cookie?"
Oh my God, Karen, please. And it went on to say,
"You as an educator are not doing our job."
Are not doing our job?
If her child is getting...
Whoa. What are you talking about? This is phrased all wrong. You as an educator are not doing our job if her child is getting as angry as it is? Oh, bitch, if you're quoting, it should say, you as an educator are not doing your job. Yo, you're a teacher? Wait a minute. What?
I think it was more so the teacher was reading.
I'm a teacher's assistant. Whatever, bitch. You clearly got more to learn. What you putting shit in quotations for and then going, from the wrong, oh my gosh.
Anyway.
Oh my gosh. Okay, anyway. You as an educator are not doing your job if my child is getting as angry as he is. It is your job to keep him from getting mad, and you failed at it today. Bruh. That day he came in and told us mommy bought him a new Lego set. Wait a minute. Was it a Death Star? Streamception. Okay, you know what I'm talking about? It's all coming together. For those of you who are here in the beginning of the list, you know what's up. Yeah. Go ahead and like and subscribe on that ass. Or the Streamlabs donation link is right in the description. I wouldn't blame anybody if they just posted that link into the chat. Wow, I went there. Here's a little bit of bleach in case you guys are thirsty. Kidding. Mr. E Gamer says, Kyle, I had this kid in my Boy Scout troop whose mom thought he was a little angel. He could never sit still, never listen to anyone, and did so many other things. I could go on and on about him. Well, it's weird, man. I'd like to believe that most Boy Scouts are not going to be under direct supervision by adults at all times. I'd like to think that most groups of boys, unless this is juvenile, like a prison type deal, are not going to be under direct supervision by adults at all times. So a good way to get an ass whooping would be to be a stupid little piece of crap in the midst of a bunch of boys. Maybe things are different these days. But I remember when I was coming up, boy, come on now. Just don't be noticed. You don't have to be amazing. You don't have to be really cool. You don't have to be interesting. You just have to not be the type of person that gives people imagine if a dude is looking from the left side of the room to the right side of the room. If he lingers on you as his gaze is washing over everybody, you're doing something wrong. Do you get what I'm saying? Don't stick out. Don't be noticeable. Just blend the fuck in. Super simple, dude. Super simple. That's a very, very, very important skill for the real world. Blend in, my dude. Nobody's asking you to be that boring in real life. Share who you really are with the people that are close to you. Don't be sharing it with people that, are just acquaintances that you don't really know too well. Some of these people do not have your best interest at heart, and all you exist for in their main story, the book that is their life is maybe potential money, potential rides, potential chance at pussy, shit. They don't care about you. Let it be so people prove to you that they're worthy of your time. Wow. But it goes both ways. So, number 9. I also had a student in kindergarten who regularly punched other students. Okay. He ran around the room and refused to do his work. His mother called for a conference, and the first thing that she said was that his behavior was my fault. She had him switched out of my class. Thank God. Somebody else's problem now. Shit. Someone else's problem. I want to take a quick break to ask everybody how their day was. Did things go wrong? Did things go right? Are you upset? Are you anxious? Are you relieved? Are you hoping that tomorrow is kind of the same? Are you hoping that tomorrow is way better than it was today because today sucked? Listen. I don't know why I keep saying it because, again, it doesn't work the same way for everybody, but for whatever reason, for me, it is often a big comfort to know that things could have been way worse today. And all I can do is hope that things don't get awful as I continue through my days. It's as simple as that, really. I love you all to death. Holy crap, Jorge. God damn. Oh my God, Jorge is the unstoppable chosen one. How does he do it? He's such a badass. He's such a badass. Jorge, I appreciate you. Remember, you're the golden child. Pepe says, Kyle, my day was meh. I usually hit over my daily quota at work. Today I didn't reach the quota, and that bummed me out. I'm sorry to hear it. I hope that you are just as enthusiastic as you go at it tomorrow and that you can somehow compensate. Because, you don't have to perform the same way or exceed expectations every day. It's not pulling away from the type of person you are or how incredible your capacity for work is either. So don't let it make me, it's not going to be like a huge blotch on your record. Raphael says, I aced 3 tests with perfect scores. That is not a small achievement, Raphael. Well done. Perfect scores on 3 tests. Get a load of this guy. Congratulations, Raphael. All right. And check out Jeff with all of the ease that he's packed into a thing that he typed. Wow. Get a load of that guy. Lil Harko says, I got my stitches out today and I'm excited to go swimming. Can you just jump right into that, Or should you give it time? Not sure. Well, I'm excited that you get the opportunity to in the future. And I hope that whatever you had to get stitches for doesn't occur on any part of your body again. Good luck. Good luck. Number 8. I was accused of slamming. Pretty sure there should be 2 M's there. That's fine. I was accused of slamming a door into a teenage student's face. Got him. It didn't happen. Oh, it didn't even happen. The CCTV showed that it didn't happen. The door had a fire safety feature, meaning that it could not be slammed. Oh my God. I'll tell you after. The mom still claimed her precious son would never lie. So me, cameras, and physics must be wrong. Amazing. So the door was incapable of slamming. There was video evidence to refute this claim. And, I guess everybody's just a liar. I wanted to tell you a story about one time when a girl threw a tantrum in one of my classes and just barked and was, just fucking going nuts. She was yelling her head off, dude. And when she stormed out of the room, because it was one of those doors that could not be slammed, it was so obvious that she was trying to slam the door, dude. And I know this may not seem relevant to this thing, but the girl had like huge titties, so they were kind of like not flatteringly jostling all over the place while she was really trying to close the door, son. And before I remember I remember how quiet it was. And I honestly, now that I think,
You should read faster.
God damn it, Prophet's Wish. Why don't you take a cock and shove it right up your ass? You should. I almost said that. Wow, that would be a great way. I can't believe it. He triggered me. I think that he's been here though. I think that he's been here, so he knows. I think he's teasing. I'm not gonna let you tease me, my dude, because I'll never forget that one guy. And that one guy got banned, and then he kept donating too. I fucking love that guy. And then Danica was defending him. Oh my God. Oh God, that was my life. Listen. I'll never forget that girl. Because somehow everybody kept it together long enough for the door to ease itself shut when she gave up before we started laughing. And I don't know, man. When I think about other times when I've seen somebody fall down or something, and I couldn't restrain myself from laughing. I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know how I held it together in this instance. This girl, man. I almost said her name too. I mean, it wouldn't matter because it's not like any of those people remember me enough, but fuck me. Such a clear image. I can't believe it helped me remember it. I wonder what those are for. They said fire alarm things? Why do they make them close slowly? Just so people don't injure themselves. But it says fire safety. I didn't know that. Pepe says, could I tease you, Kyle? Look. The only way that I can properly be teased, right? Is if you fold a $20 bill into money. Wait. Shut up. Yeah. It's not funny.
If you fold.
Listen, I'm so tired of all of y'all. Forget it. Okay. Seraphin says this list makes me not want to have kids. Whatever. All right. Ugh. Jeff Madison says, hey, did my donation dough through? Boy, I'm going to take some dough and fold that bitch into a pizza and then spin it around before some like really SJW Italian wannabe comes and goes, you're appropriating Italian culture. Love it. It's like Tumblr all over again. Fredrickson says some of these kids with moms like that are very likely to go to prison. Yeah. Or lose their life, you know? Sometimes when people mess with the wrong one or be entitled or weird with the wrong people, you know, people have a reaction and mommy won't always be there to save or shield them from it. You know what I'm talking about?
Hamburger.
So as we continue up this list, we arrive at number 7. Why did Mr. E Gamer say boing boing? Reminds me of this one cartoon that used to air on Cartoon Network. And tell me if any of you are old enough to have been there for the dawn of like Toonami on Cartoon Network. I know it's been like played out, everybody trying to harvest nostalgia from Toonami. But back in those days when the real blocks of nonsense they would put on television, it was just blowing my mind. And there was this one show called Zatch Bell. And there was a dude on there that sang a song about literal titties, and it said, chi 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 opai, boing boing. So now every time I ever see boing boing written, I think of that song. And that's not good. Obsidian Jacob says he remember. We should just get rocking chairs, man. What's happening to us? The sands of time fall through the hourglass. Number 7. My first year, can you get this out of my way, please? Little Cranberry now. My first year of teaching, I taught elementary school, but I had to teach a single grade 7 options class where I saw the students 2 times a week for 40 minutes. A lot of numbers in that sentence, boy. Grade 7 options class where I saw students 2 times a week for 40 minutes.
This is a math question.
Yeah. I had one student who didn't hand in a project and marked him accordingly. The parent-teacher night came up and the mom shows up. She closes the door and spends 5 minutes addressing her son's marks and asks about whether he could still hand in the project, to which I replied, sure. She then spends 20 minutes telling me her son thinks I hate him and how everyone and I mean everyone loves her son. She went on long, rambling stories about former teachers, coaches, and how everyone really loves him, and I just really need to spend some time with him so I would see how special he was. I finally told her I couldn't possibly hate her child because I barely knew who he was, because I spent 98% of my time teaching on the opposite side of the school. It wasn't a smart thing to say, but the rambling stories that were 25 minutes into what was supposed to be 10 minutes of an interview, her passive-aggressive nature, and the fact that she was so high on her son was starting to irritate me. I asked her what type of reasonable solution she wanted, and she told me my personality was clearly the problem. She then got up to leave, but returned to tell me that though she wasn't a teacher and wouldn't tell me how to do my job, she spends 5 minutes telling me all the ways I'm personally failing her child? Yo, this is starting to hurt me. Can we just end this? Anyway, that was an important first year teacher problem. Never again would I let a parent treat me like that. Yeah, what the hell you sitting down and listening to this crap for? It's like, you know what people confuse the things that they put up with in their life for? You guys confuse some of the things, and this isn't like specifically to people in my chat, but it's just like to people in general. And when I say you guys, I mean people writing these lists. People confuse the situations that they sit through, that they tolerate, with being held at gunpoint. Did you know you're not being held at gunpoint? And I wish that they would ask themselves this question all the time. Am I being held at gunpoint right now? And if the answer is no, get up and leave. You know what I'm talking about? I don't have to put up with this. Leaving after an allotted time does not mean you're going to lose your job, my dude. And if you were supposed to sit there and talk to this hoe for 10 minutes and she exceeded that time, hey, I'm sorry, we gotta wrap this up, but I got a life I'm living. This is just a job. And much like the job that your child is failing to do, look, man, holy hell. Rusty Shackelford says,
Kyle, I remember Sailor Moon.
I knew a girl named Liz and she used to go by Rusty Shackelford before everyone started going by Rusty Shackelford. What happened to the internet? What happened? Hey guys, if you had to in one word say what makes you happy, throw it in the stream chat right now. Throw it in the stream chat in one word. Even the people who are lurking, in one word, tell me what makes you happy. Oh my God, my eye is jumping. Relief. Yeah, I wish I had relief from this eye jumping in my eye socket. Jeez. Sleep. Wow. I'm going to be kicking sleep's ass after this stream. Emojis for stripes. Amazing. Linda says, game play. Not sure what that is. Hopefully someday we'll learn what that is. Mr. E Gamer says art. Wow. You could say that you can find art everywhere you look. KH says friend. Interesting that KH would say friend, since I have it on good authority that he doesn't have any. I'm kidding. It's just a joke. Kyle, yes, that's the answer I'm looking for. I'm kidding. Pepe. Smart answer. Amazing answer. What a great man. What a special, kind, and loving man. Oh, no. It is ma'am, Rusty. It is ma'am.
Wait, what did you tell him to do?
What did I tell him to do? It's funnier if you don't know. Human being says nature. Oh, that's so wonderful. Considering, nature's going to get phased out. We're going to spend all our time in like virtual realm. I can simulate you nature real good though. Simulate you good nature hard. Valena says sugar. Ah, well, you'll be happy to know that I'm the sweetest around. My man, vegetarian said ganja. Boy, I can't wait until it's legalized. It makes me wish that Bernie Sanders were our president. Bernie Sanders. Half of the videos that I don't upload to this channel, I can't because people would think I'm high. Ain't that wild? Fat Raikage says food. Man, coming from a man with fat in his name, you and me, brother. You and me both. Fouled. McDia's like, I'm sorry. I hope it helps after it takes effect. What is she even talking about? Boobs. Oh my God, Jorge. Man, my man, Jorge. You're amazing. You're Jorge.
I am so confused.
Me and Jorge together for life. We're brothers. We're brothers now. Cat Caddington says dogs. Well, you just did it for the lulz. I know the comedy. The irony in a person named that saying dogs is nonsense, okay? Seraphin Bear, how can it be Dia, okay? You guys don't get to just steal that. We need to find, like, a really stacked and ridiculous girl to be the mascot of this channel so that you guys can get your eyes off the Dia, baby. But her link to her Twitch is in the description. Twitch.tv/Dia de los Muertos. KHLMAOOO. No, wait, no, I was teasing him with the friend thing. So that's good. That's good. I'm glad that you all have things that make you happy. It's important to have outlets, but it's also important to have like fallbacks. I have this show called The Next Generation. Maybe it's a Star Trek show, and maybe on days where I just feel terrible, I just watch it and forget where I am. It's so capable of being what a TV show should be and sucking me in, allowing me to suspend my disbelief. I really feel like I'm a part of the world in a version of the future that in many ways we have outpaced because certain things in it, don't make sense if you think too hard about it. Number 6, we have this kind of meeting every year with his teachers. We know The son can't do multiplication. Well, that's his fault, my dude. He was a freshman in high school pre-algebra? How he passed 3rd grade without being able to multiply is beyond me, besides teachers just passing him to get rid of him. These people had money, and they had resources. They could have gotten him tutoring for years if they were interested in helping him. Instead, they preferred that we just pass him and excuse his acting out because he refused and couldn't do the work because he didn't have the basic foundation. He couldn't do multiplication, so he couldn't do division, and it all spiraled downward from there. They were so calm about it, like, what's the problem with that? So what? I was floored. Ugh. Ugh, ugh, ugh. Ugh. Seraphin Bear says, do you do dubbings, Kyle? Not typically. You know? Pepe says you should make Dia's Fat Pikachu the mascot. First of all, that is my Pikachu. The only Pikachu that's mine over there is the good one. The fat one.
Screw you.
And it's from 1999, which makes it older than most of the people who roll into Dia's streams. That Pikachu is over 20 years old, my dudes.
No, it's just 20 years old.
It's over 20 years old.
No.
It was made in 1999.
My sister is from 98. She just turned 21.
But listen, wait. It's still over 20 years old.
It's just 20.
If it was made on January 1st, 1999, and today is August 2019, you telling me that Pikachu ain't over 20 years old, girl? How did you pass the 3rd grade, Dia? You gonna fight me with those boobs?
I'm gonna fight you.
Jeez. Number 5. One of my child's patients spit on my face when I asked him what he got or what got into him. What? Sorry, since eyelash. Okay, rogue eyelash. One of my child's patients spit on my face when I asked him what got him into trouble at school. His mother was right beside him, and she said nothing until I glared at her for like 5 seconds, after which she pretended to scold the child. Can't you just... I don't want to say something like that out loud, so maybe I should type it. And then I don't know. All right. You giggling at back there?
Also, yes.
That's not gonna hurt a kid, man. Stripe says she beat him up. Jesus Christ. All right, man. Number 4. I would Falcon punch Falcon. I'm asking the wrong crowd. Hey, number 4, all right? Running onto a soccer field to scream at the referee about a call and getting banned from athletics for a year. That mother was a treat. Well, ain't nothing like parents jumping in. Number 3. Once I had a piano student whose mother made him take lessons, even though his heart wasn't in it. For several weeks, he'd come back with exactly the same mistake as the week before, with no sign of improvement. I made it comfortable for him to describe weekly practices and his thoughts about taking piano lessons. He said that he had no interest in playing the piano and that he pretended to practice to get his mother off his back. I told his mom that forcing him to take lessons was a mistake, that his heart was not in it, and that it might turn him against music forever to persist. She said he's gifted and he'd never waste practice time. I simply said that I have his best interest in mind and that he needs to pursue something he's genuinely interested in, and not be coerced into studying as a result of parental pressure. The boy gave me an appreciative hug, but his mother looked daggers at me as they walked away. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Linda, how did you do it? What did you do?
Linda said,
My nephew spit on me once. Let's just say he never did it again.
that's how Linda laughs.
Why?
Seraphin Bear says, finally a decent kid. Well, so it's the parents that are supposed to be the villains in this story. Number 2, I've wanted to get this out, then do it. Our son, who is 3, is in school. His classmate, Winnie, and her mom, Louisa, I hate these names, you could have chosen anything. Why did Louisa, a 3-syllable name? You could have just called her Ho for all it matters. Maybe that's what I'm going to call her. Winnie and the Ho, okay? They were the worst people I've ever met. First, Winnie has a restrictive diet for no reason other than her parents want to try it. They will send a list of approved foods and the quantities with her for expectation that all leftovers are to be put in a Tupperware and given to Winnie to take home. The food is so odd and weird that we wouldn't eat it anyway. But that's the expectation. If Winnie is at a party, Winnie must win at least 50% of the games, even if there are 20 kids. Winnie must be served first. She must have extra time when playing with children, and Winnie must not be under any circumstances told what not to do. The kids of the class have parties, and Winnie was invited twice and then not. Her mother flew off the handle and sent a nasty letter to the parents about how this was an unjust and her darling Winifred was crying at being left out. Her daughter has no boundaries, is unruly, rude, difficult, and eats what can only be described as pre-vomit. I think this is just colorful language, a figurative way of speaking. Her mother runs a small business, health consulting, and will constantly try hard to sell with you. It's intrusive, invasive, and really tone deaf, but she won't stop continually begging for her service. She's awful, her daughter is awful, and they're always at social events. Why was it necessary to name the mother at all? Spoiler alert, it wasn't. Please give me a time. Give me a moment here to give me a moment just to,
Are you gonna break into song?
I gotta calm myself down before I bust a blood vessel. I'll find whoever wrote this. I'll find them. I'll find them. I'll be in their dreams. Okay?
Are you Freddy Krueger?
As we continue and obliterate the remainder of this list with a hot and spicy number 1, I'd like to thank my incredible patrons. Wow. I'm not playing. You guys are keeping the lights on around here. You're keeping, food on the table. Thank you. Thank you. You're so gangster. But here we are. At number 1. Wow. If I can, okay. I had a student in 5th grade. He had a history of misbehavior dating back to the first week of kindergarten. He would regularly shout insults at the other students, threaten them, refuse to do any work, and on several occasions yelled at me and once threw a chair. One day while we were taking tests, this student was talking. I quietly reminded him that it is against the rules to talk during a test and that he needed to shut up. He kept talking. I told him that this is his last warning and that if he talks again, he will need to go in the hall. He talked again, so I told him to go into the hall. He gets up, walks out, and on the way out says,
You're autistic.
I wrote him a referral. and contacted his parents explaining the situation. They didn't pick up the phone, so I sent an email, and I needed the email saying that I ended the email saying that I hope we can work together to help this student be successful. I receive a rage-filled email back saying that my behavior is unacceptable, that I am targeting her son, and I am out to get him, and that I'll be hearing from their lawyer. This woman is a cop. She went all the way to the district level to complain about me and made up all kinds of lies about me and told the other parents. Oh, and once, after a different incident where he physically assaulted another kid, he was suspended for a day. Just a day? The mom took him to Disney World. Boy, what do you even say? What do you even say? Thank you, Jacob. Thank you, Prophet's Wish. Thank you, Pepe. Thank you, Jeff. But Jorge, thank you, my man. You're the chosen one. You are the chosen one. Jorge's just so selfish. Selfless, damn it. You know? Because he could be the stream boss if that's what he wanted, but he doesn't want it. It's Jacob. You know what I'm talking about? So thanks again to Jacob, who is the new stream boss. Wow. Going to Disney World. Wow. Can you believe that? And here's hoping everybody had a realistic but sexy day, that things make sense. Knife-wielding man punched to the ground. Oh my God. Barbara Walters' incredibly creepy response to Corey Feldman admitting pedophilia in Hollywood. I remember that. Because she was trying to cover it up, you know? She's trying to cover it up. A lot of them media people, they know that I really can't stand them. Because they really want to make sure. I'm so tired of this Bill Clinton picture. I don't even want to show it on screen. Maybe I shouldn't even be saying Bill Clinton's name with how YouTube is. Everything's not good to talk about. This person who made fun of their neighbor just for wearing normal sporting clothes while mowing their lawn. Who made fun of them? A murder at the gas station. That's a cool no sleep story. Title. Best friends ruin us, you know. How can we ruin you anymore? What is the point? How old are these people? With chests that flat, you have to wonder. Are they boys that want to live as women now?
Rude.
Fucking got 'em. They asked for the roast, they getting the roast. Let's see what the other people have to say. My God. How did they survive the steamroller attack, Dia? Oh my God. It's really not cool, man. And my heart goes out, you know? I hope someday they can recover. The only bitch worth a damn is the mid-left corner. Oh my God, the dog. The dog oh my God, the dog. I didn't even see the dog. We need to zoom in on that. Somebody said, dog, damn. Wait a minute. If Windows XP had a basic bitch display option, oh no. Oh no. She talks shit about you behind your back, I guarantee it. Well, she's got nothing, you know. You're a combined 7. Doesn't that sound kind of high? Yo, I'm not about superficial gradings, but come on.
Well, one of them is a 3 and the other one is a 4.
Are you, what, would you, booba? Hold up. You know what? I'm not going to go there, because I don't need to go there. It's irrelevant at the end of the day. But what? You know? What?
The doggo.
Listen, a lot of women, Oh my God. I don't know. I feel like with makeup, that Dauk, he's the, I need to play some more of this Marvel Ultimate Alliance. Okay. You know why video games, are so great, Dia? It's because if those girls are the competition, then what the hell? They didn't stand a chance. They didn't stand a chance. Can I be Spider-Man in the real world? I don't think so. Too expensive, Dia. Gotta get the whole web shooter, Cops are coming after me. Oh no, somebody named Clinton is in the chat. Oh no. He says, "What's up, Kyle?" And Striped pissed. Are you all having a sexy afternoon, homie? It's like 11 p.m. for us. It's like 11 p.m. I wonder what time it is for some of you guys. I should really stream during the day, so hopefully other people can join and catch the streams, but it is what it is. Guys, I love you. You'll see me again soon. If I can, there will be gameplay. Otherwise, stay out of trouble. I love you. I'll talk to you soon. Like the video. And I hope that you have me in your hearts to hug you like boy hug doggy. Love you. Take it easy.